Some of you know me. My name is Ray Valenga, but I've been the president for 6 years, I believe, and it's been wonderful. Martin Mandels is here. He is one of our most generous sponsors. He sponsors the Mandels Prize for Hydrofoil Excellence, where he funds $4,500 worth of prizes to students every year. There's a first prize for $2,500 and 2 honorable mentions for $1,000. Now, 50 years ago, the International Hydrofoil Society was established in England, and it was moved here to the United States sometime thereafter. And we had a big 25-year celebration. And we realized that 50 years was coming up, so we decided we'd make a big deal of it. And what we've done is we are having these conferences, and you've all seen the schedule. There's quite a number of speakers that are live. And I've also posted and edited 26 different videos. And you can see those by going on YouTube and going to the Hydrofoils channel. And if anybody has any trouble finding that, just contact me. My best address is rvel@hotmail.com. That's Romeo Victor Echo Lima Lima @hotmail.com. Okay, so I'm going to introduce the 3 speakers from our Japanese contingent, and after the introduction, I'm going to turn it over to them and they'll give you their presentation. The Jetfoil passenger hydrofoil was developed by Boeing Marine Systems in the 1970s, with the first craft launched in 1974. Boeing built a total of 26 jetfoils up to 1986. Following a license agreement in 1987, Kawasaki Heavy Industries took over jetfoil manufacturing and sales and built a further 15 jetfoils between 1989 and 1995. In 2017, with significant planning efforts in the years beforehand, Kawasaki restarted production of a new jetfoil, the first Kawasaki jetfoil to be manufactured in 25 years. The new jetfoil was launched March this year and named 7 Islands U. That's Y-U-I. Our friends from Kawasaki will discuss this program. And first of all, I'd like to introduce Kentaro Kai. Would you raise your hand, please? Kentaro?
Hi.
Okay. Kentaro is a graduate from the Department of Commercial Science, Waseda University, Japan, in 1999. He joined Kawasaki Heavy Industries the same year. His career has included many different positions, but the last was the most recent in 2019. He was the Deputy General Manager of the Jetfoil Project Manager Ship Sales Department 2. Our next gentleman from Kawasaki is Kenichi Kitabayashi. He's a graduate from the Department of Naval Architecture, Facility of Engineering, Kyushu University in 1997. He joined Kawasaki Heavy Industries Limited the same year. His career, his final place in his career was from the year 2017. He was the manager of high-speed ship design sections, initial design department in engineering division of Kawasaki. And the last gentleman, Ui.
Yes.
Graduate from Graduate School of Engineering, Department of Mechanical Systems Engineering, Nagoya University in 2005. He joined Kawasaki Heavy Industries Limited the same year, 2012, Machinery Planning Section of the same division, which is the division of the Ship and Offshore Structural Company of Kawasaki. Gentlemen, thank you very much for showing up today. It's a real pleasure to have you here. It's an honor. We all love Japan. It's a wonderful country. I think you're the 3rd largest economy in the world after United States, then China, and then Japan, if I have the order correct. And we're very happy that you're making the JETFOIL under your name. And so I turn it over to you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ray-san. And as Ray-san introduced us, we have on the first one, we have 4 persons here, and the main presenter is Mr. Kai, and also the manager, Kitabayashi-san, and I am Takeo Ui. I'm assistant manager in the JETFOIL design team. And also we have one more person who participated in the JETFOIL project since 1986. 86. So about 35 years ago, for 35 years, he's in the JETFOIL project. So our presentation is pre-recorded by video. So I will play the video, and after that, we will open the Q&A session. Is that okay, Ray?
Yes.
Okay, so I will start the video. Please take a look.
Ladies and gentlemen, good day. I'm Kentaro Kai, JETFOIL Project Manager. Thank you very much for your time. At first, congratulations on 50th anniversary of International Hydrofoil Society. I'm here to introduce our ultra-high-speed passenger boat, Kawasaki JETFOIL. I'd like to express my sincere appreciation to Mr. Martin Green, who kindly gives us good opportunity this time. As you know, this June, Kawasaki has successfully completed and delivered its 16th JETFOIL for the first time in 25 years. The new JETFOIL, named Seven Island Yui, was delivered to Tokai Kisen Co Limited, and now she is in service between Tokyo and Izu Islands route. From now, I will start the presentation about Kawasaki JETFOIL. Magnificent revival for the first time in 25 years. This is Seven Island Yui arriving at Tokyo Takeshiba Terminal. This scene is delivery cruise from KHI Kobe Works to Tokyo. I will talk about what is JETFOIL, what we have done to build this unique ship, and what we are thinking for future. Point number 1. What is JETFOIL? This is a history about Kawasaki JETFOIL and general technical information. The JETFOIL was developed by Boeing Company of USA applying aircraft technology. Boeing delivered 28 JETFOILs from 1974 to 1986. In 1987, Boeing and Kawasaki signed the manufacturing license agreement. Kawasaki delivered 15 JETFOILs in Kobe shipyard from 1989 to 1995 under the license from Boeing. After 1991, KHIJPS, a subsidiary company of Kawasaki, continues the product support activities. And in 2017, Kawasaki received the new building order of 1 JETFOIL and resumed the construction for the first time in about 25 years. Kawasaki completed and delivered Seven Island Yui to Tokai Kisen Co Limited on 30th of June 2020. About technical information, please look at the left-hand side. With approximately 250 passengers aboard, the Jetfoil can develop an ultra-high foilborne speed of about 45 knots, even in rough seas with 3.5 meter significant wave height. The Jetfoil is free from pitching and rolling to ensure passenger comfort and has many other features not seen in conventional vessels. I can summarize the special features of Jetfoil as below. Jetfoil's foilborne operation offers super smooth and comfortable ride, so passengers on board can hardly believe they are traveling on the sea. The sub-passengers can enjoy seasickness-free travel even when the sea is rough and the waves are high. Also, thanks to super high speed, Jetfoil can offer swift passenger services and reduce travel time. It's also important thing that Jetfoil do not generate wake and do not bother nearby boats. Therefore, in Japan, Jetfoil is widely recognized as the essential means of marine traffic for the access to and from all the major outlying islands or in the inter-island routes. One important feature of Jetfoil is comfortable ride, even in rough sea. This video is taken in the Jetfoil, cruising at high speed in harsh winter day. Wave height was almost 3 meters. It was rough sea, but the cabin was so comfortable, and some passengers enjoyed lunchbox or snacks. Another interesting feature is that Jetfoil generates very little entrainment wake. This is a view of Jetfoil cruising at high speed. Please see, there is no entrainment wake along the coastline. This is because Jetfoil's weight is supported by lift of foils, not buoyancy of hull. So, volume under the water is very small. Thanks to this special feature, this ship is accepted by neighboring people around the terminal. Even the Jetfoil makes high-speed cruise close to harbor. This sheet shows the current Jetfoil service in Japan. 21 Jetfoils are in service in 7 sea routes by 7 operators. Annual passenger is about 200,000 on average. Among 21 Jetfoils, a number of 15 Jetfoils was built by Kawasaki. As for overseas operation, FEH, the owner in Hong Kong is operating 13 Jetfoils between Hong Kong and Macau. Kawasaki has restarted construction of new Jetfoil after 25 years of interval. I would like to explain the background of resumption. I can summarize 3 points. Point number 1. JETFOIL is essential traffic means for islanders. Point number 2, aging of JETFOIL in service. Point number 3, no replacement of ultra-high-speed passenger ship other than JETFOIL. Under such circumstances, Kawasaki finally commenced the full-scale efforts and activities in order to resume JETFOIL construction in 2010. And in 2017, Kawasaki received the new building order of one JETFOIL from Tokai Kisen Co Limited for the first time in about 25 years. Please be at rest. We actually started our activities to resume JETFOIL in 2010, about 10 years ago. I can say our good success this time come from our long-time preparation and consideration. In order to resume JETFOIL construction after 25 years of interval, there are a lot of tasks and problems to overcome. One thing is to rebuild the supply chain. Some suppliers and their products were no longer active. We have thrown lots of power to develop new suppliers and transfer technologies. We have also developed some important modules as new model. For example, automatic control system is renewed to digital control type. Another is to revive the construction premises and facilities, building berth and shop, which was used 25 years ago, was secured for new JETFOIL. Also, new capital investment has been implemented in order to reconstruct the facilities which were lost while JETFOIL production was suspended. JETFOIL was constructed at shipyard in Kobe, Hyogo Prefecture, and this is the layout of working site for JETFOIL. After receiving new building order for the first time in 25 years, investment of new factory and equipment was implemented. JETFOIL was built, areas marked in red on the map. We also would like to share some process to build JETFOILs. These are the photo of construction site, cutting, fabrication, and assembly. These are the photo of midship module, hull assembly, and hull installation. Bottom right photo was taken at Japanese Shinto style keel laying ceremony. These are the process near to final assembly. And launching on 26th of March 2020. Sea trial was carried out this June at Osaka Bay for several days, and we confirmed the performance of her navigation. This photo was taken just before delivery on 30th of June this year. Number 3. KHI's vision for jetfoils to the future. Necessity of jetfoil for islanders, tourists. Compared to airplane and ferry, jetfoil has huge advantages. From the viewpoint of fast and stable. Then, jetfoil is very important infrastructure for islanders and tourists. For instance, in case of access to Tokyo Islands, approximately 70% passengers are using jetfoil. This fact shows passengers are satisfied with stable, comfortable, and short trip by jetfoil. Age of jetfoil in operating in Japan. As you may know, jetfoils in service are aging. The most aged one is 42 years old, and the youngest one now become 25 years old as of today. All jetfoil becomes old, not in the distant future. Then, ship owners have strong intention will to renew their jetfoil fleets. Conclusion. KHI's vision for future. Jetfoils are widely recognized and appreciated in public as an essential means of transport to remote islands, and KHI strongly hopes to contribute to substantial operation of jetfoils in future. KHI's subsidiary, KHI JPS Company Limited, has been providing product support for jetfoils, which enables ships even built over 40 years ago to be running on active service. KHI has a strong will to continue to support jetfoil operators with the both means of supporting of existing ships and of building new ships. Closing. Through the recent interviews with jetfoil ship owners, we analyze the ship owners who own, operate jetfoil have a keen interest to renew their fleets in near future. In order to comply with the strong demand of ship owners, we have a strong intention to continue to build jetfoil hereafter, and like to contribute to maintain the life route between the outlying islands and the mainland in Japan. That's all. Thank you very much for your attention.
Martin, I see your microphone is muted, so I'll say thank you, gentlemen from Kawasaki. That was a wonderful presentation. When tomorrow comes, I'll make it into a video and we'll post it on our Hydrofoils channel at YouTube.
And Ray, that was spectacular. I just can't thank you, gentlemen in Japan, and Martin Grimm for all of the work you did to make this possible. This is amazing. And I think, do I remember that Harry, where are you? Harry Larson, you were involved with the Boeing jetfoil, were you not, in your when you were a child?
In the JETFOIL program, I wrote the specifications for the license agreement with Kawasaki.
Oh, really?
Well, so you had a very important role to play in this, and my wife Connie and I were aboard a Kawasaki JETFOIL on the trip from Hong Kong to Macau and back. One of the highlights of my hydrofoil life. Tell me, do you have others of the new model in production now, or are you waiting for production?
Yeah, about the new building JETFOIL. Actually, in Japan, as I explained, all JETFOIL are aging, and sooner or later, they have to replace their old fleet. But first, we have to concentrate to correspond to our domestic demand. And step by step, we try to renew their fleet for coming years.
Are there any hydrofoils in the Japanese Navy?
No. We don't have any JETFOILs for Navy now.
Okay, I was the captain of the first patrol gunboat hydrofoil in the U.S. Navy, the Tucumcari, which I have the decal of which I have on the wall behind me. So we go back a long way, and I'm very excited to see and hear what you've done. And thank you again for your presentation. Just personally, fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, if you want to ride JETFOIL again, please come to Tokyo. It's running every day.
Okay. Oh, I'd love to do that. Thank you.
Martin, do you want to handle this?
Yeah, look, do we have any questions from the rest of the audience to our Kawasaki colleagues?
I think Alex is raising a hand.
Alexander, I can see you raising your hand.
Great presentation, thank you. Is it possible to disclose the approximate cost for the newly built headship? I say headship because you're going to do the fleet. So what's if you can tell the approximate cost?
Yeah, it's extremely difficult to disclose our building cost.
In millions,
Without
from 1 to 2 to 10 to 20 to 100 to 500. I give you the ballpark.
Alexander, how many of them would you like to buy?
We start the conversation. What is the
You can check about ship's price. That is not building cost, but ship's price you can check internet. About $50 million per ship.
50?
50.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. In all the years since the last JETFOILs were built, a lot of improvements in technologies have been made. New materials, more power in lighter engines and so on. To what extent have you taken advantage of those improvements over the years in the new design of the JETFOIL?
Okay, let me answer your question. In general speaking, the specification of new JETFOIL is not changed from conventional one because ship owners were satisfied with the specification of all the JETFOILs. So in basic, we didn't change any important specification of JETFOILs. But in some parts, we need to change because by the advance of technology. And I will show the picture. This is a wheelhouse of classic JETFOIL. And in classic JETFOIL, we have many steam gauges right here. This is the gauges for engine. And also we have many ramps to indicate alarming or such a purpose. This is wheelhouse of all the jetfoils, and this is wheelhouse of new jetfoils. We introduced 3 main displays. One is here, another one is here, and the last one is hard to see, but here the third one, and this second one, the third one. These two are connected to one data processing unit, which has much function like data indicating, alarming, data recording, and unit panel, and some trend indication or so on. So, this system has many functions, and I think this is better than classic jetfoils. And this display, the first one, is simply the digital copy of classic engine gauges. So here the gas turbine speed or pump pressure or gas temperature are indicated by digital screen, the same manner as the old conventional gauges. I think this is the biggest important improvement in the new jetfoil design. Okay, does this answer your question, William?
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I have a question.
Right.
What are your 2 most difficult maintenance problems, or your most frequent maintenance?
Frequent maintenance program. Mr. Hotta is manager in the maintenance team, and what is the biggest problem in the maintenance of classic jetfoil?
Yes.
From my experience, that problems happened on the gas turbine and stratum foils mostly. It was same from the old foam jetfoils. Same problem we had, and also we have now. That's our headache.
I understood that the hydrofoils are a maintenance problem. That the metal deteriorates. Is that what you're saying?
Not deteriorate, but how to say, the fatigue problem.
Yes, fatigue.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And the jet pump, is that a problem?
Oh, no, I don't think so. No.
No.
The only problem is, that the pump housing had many erosion problems because the pump housing was made of aluminum, right?
Yes.
So we had the erosion problem. So every 5 or 6 years, we have to replace the pump housing.
And one other small question, are marine animals or other obstacles in the water a problem for the functioning hydrofoils? Do you run into logs or whales?
Yeah, that's our biggest problem in Japan. Because in Japan, many jetfoils hit whales, and when hit the whale on the fore strut will fall down. And we have to pay so much money for that foil, certain foil. That's our headache.
And also number of whales are increasing recently.
Oh, yes.
So now we are developing the new, what we call WDA, whale detecting apparatus.
Yeah.
Now it's on the way.
Yeah, I understand. And when you hit a whale and the boat quits flying quickly, are the passengers secure? Do they have seat belts? Are they safe?
Yeah,
Yes.
all the passengers should wear their seat belts. That's Japanese government regulation.
All right, thank you. Martin?
Just going back to the question that Bill asked earlier on, I'm curious in terms of the gas turbines that are on there now, whether they've got increased performance compared to the fuel efficiency power ratings compared to the gas turbines that were previously fitted 25 years ago. Also, going back to the question that Bill asked, I sort of think things like passenger seats these days, including for airlines, they've become a lot lighter, a lot stiffer for their size. Are they areas where you've managed to achieve, for instance, weight savings compared to the previously built Jetfoils? Sorry.
Sorry, could you say the question again?
Yes. So the gas turbine that's fitted now, is the performance and fuel efficiency noticeably better than the gas turbines that were fitted to the previous Jetfoils 25 years ago? That's one question. And also, the second question is, has there been any weight saving achieved in lighter materials that can be fitted, for instance, the outfit of seating for the latest Jetfoil?
As for gas turbine, we actually use the ship owner's spare engine because in the Jetfoil, the owner owns some spare engine to exchange. And, now that Rolls-Royce has already stopped the production of new 501 KF engine, which is used for Jetfoil, so it is we cannot buy brand new 501 KF engine. So we talked to the ship owner and we use the ship owner's spare engine. So the engine, the performance is exactly the same as conventional Jetfoils. And as for the seat, we we designed a new seat to absorb the shock in case of hitting a whales or crash landing to the water. And we use improved seats for new Jetfoil, and that will be probably retrofitted for the Jetfoil because we still have a risk of hitting whales. It is safe for all Jetfoil. So I think the new design seat will be retrofitted to all Jetfoil operating in Japan.
Got it. Thank you.
It looks like William stole my thunder when he was asking if there were any improvements, but I got a specific question about since the original type Jetfoils from Boeing, have there been any depth control improvements, or are you using the same systems that you guys were using, that the original machines were using?
You mean the steering control?
The depth control, the attitude control.
Yeah, that's same with the old Boeing Jetfoils.
Same systems.
Yeah, we have two transducer and one electronics. That's all same.
Tell him about the digital flight control system.
Yeah, the control is digital, but the concept was same.
Bob, you've got the
yeah. Anything to reduce drag, reduce weight. I see some fairings on the to streamline around the stack and things. Wonderful opportunity to improve it.
To reduce weight?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I personally think about we can more adapt small window and also clear height. Height. Cabin, height of cabin is a high because designed for American people. But compared to American people, Japanese people are small. I think at least 10 centimeter lower ceiling. I don't see it's a problem.
And Alexander, would you like to ask a question?
American people, if flying or sailing from New York to Virginia Beach, has to board American-built vessels. That's number one. My question, Martin took my question, but I would like to rephrase it. if you have data, how fuel efficiency improved on old Boeing turbines and the new Boeing turbines, if you have data per hour at high speed. Because I read that old 929s were very gas grizzling machines.
Fuel, the efficiency of gas turbine fuel efficiency is not changed actually. It is, we use the same engine model, so
to the better.
It's the same. So sad thing, 25 years passed, but there's no improvement in fuel efficiency.
And price also changed. Price of fuel also changed.
Yes. Price became high.
Are there other questions?
I'm more interested in business side of it. I will ask the question. If you don't have the answer, just say, Alex, I don't have the answer. If you are a passenger on a Jetfoil, how much per hour the passenger pays if you have that data? Per hour to be on the boat.
I think we have experience to calculate that. I think $50 per hour.
1 hour route, one trip.
Yeah, one trip.
Is about $50 US.
Say it again. Ray, if you heard the answer.
In average, about 1 hour travel is $50 US.
I heard 50, but I didn't hear the. Is that 50 yen or not? Or
US dollars, right?
$50 US.
Okay, 1 hour, 50 US dollars.
50 US dollar per hour to be on the boat.
Yes.
As a passenger.
So, whoops, I'm on the wrong screen at the moment. Does anyone else have any questions they'd like to ask? I've certainly got some if no one else does. I might ask my question then. I'm just interested to hear how the agreement with the old agreement with Boeing, which is now many years old, how that factored in Kawasaki's ability to evolve the Jetfoil. For instance, if Kawasaki wanted to, could you undertake a complete redesign of the Jetfoil? For instance, like the lowering of the wheelhouse if you thought it was too, not the wheelhouse, the cabins if they're too tall, or changing a water jet design, or changing the foils, for instance. Is that something that you're free to do as Kawasaki, or are you constrained?
As far as I know, a license agreement between Kawasaki Boeing, actually that is a manufacturing license agreement. However, I think it's doable for us to have a minor modification. So we are considering maybe in future we adapt new technology, and also we are thinking about fuel efficiency. I think we recognize this is our issue.
Oh, excellent. Well, firstly, thank you very much. Fascinating and excellent. And considering that you're literally just a few miles away from me, I'll probably walk past your construction without it realizing it's going on. So I'm very, very pleased to see the activity that's been going on right literally on my doorstep. Because I walk past the shipyard or drive past the shipyard quite frequently, because I live just a stone's throw away from the centre of Kobe.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yes.
Oh, where do you, in Kobe?
I live in Kitaku.
Hitaku. Ah,
Hitaku
good
in
place.
Kobe.
Yes, just outside, just 10 kilometers away from the center of Kobe.
Yeah, I know.
Yes. Well, had I known you were going on sea trials, I would have gone and secretly spied as well. You made an interesting observation about the GRP, the jet pump, and you have erosion and corrosion issues. Did I hear that correctly?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, we had very similar problems with water jets on our fast ferries many years ago. And our very first water jet powered boat that we designed, the Red Jet 1, back in the UK, to run between the Isle of Wight, where I used to come from, and Southampton, we fitted MJP water jets. And on her five-yearly annual survey, when she was pulled out, part of the jet duct was made out of GRP, and this is the tricky part. In those days, we were a bit suspect to producing good quality aluminium. However, when we investigated the jet duct, the GRP section that was applied to us from MJP, this was pristine, like it was brand new, yet all the surrounding aluminium was either corroded or eroded. So from that day onwards, we decided to make all of our jet ducts out of GRP, and we've done that. We designed, quite literally, the world's first GRP jet duct, which went on to one of our 50-meter catamarans. And that was built at our shipyard then in the Philippines in 1997. And there has never been a single erosion or corrosion problem since. And since this day also, MJP, they have now adopted making their jet ducts out of GRP. So I'm just wondering, have you considered making your jet ducts out of GRP to solve this issue?
So at this point, we have no plan to make a water jet pump by GRP. Actually, water jet of JETFOIL, the production of water jet is licensed to KHI from formerly it was manufactured by Rockwell Company in the United States, but production of water jet is also licensed to Kawasaki Machinery Division. We are in the shipbuilding division, and the manufacturer of water jet pump is licensed to Kawasaki Machinery Division, and they produce water jet nowadays. And because it is in Japan and the same company, we just ask them to produce new spare parts and also the complete of a water jet. So at this point, we have no problem to manufacture spare parts or brand new water jet pumps. There's no problem at all.
Okay. I see it's taken some time to build the first vessel, understandably, because you're having to quite literally start from scratch. So if you were to receive an order today, for example, how long would it take to build another one?
John, you've just dropped out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Depend on, but about 2 years or 3 years.
Oh, wow. So still about 2 to 3 years to complete.
Yes.
And considering the changing scenery from 20, 30 years ago to today, especially in terms of Japan, and there are bridges to many islands everywhere. Were you in any particular competition between the JETFOIL and the success of something like the Seagull 2, for example, the SWAT?
I know that some companies are seeking a chance to come into this market, and but after this point, they do not have successfully designed or completed project now. So now that JETFOIL is only a hydrofoil, which is actually used in Japan is actually in service.
Well, I hope you get one to go across the bay to Kansai Airport, because so many times the small catamaran is cancelled owing to bad weather.
Okay. Long ago, in that route, JETFOIL was used, but
Because there's so many competitors like train, bus service, taxi, or many other transportation they had. So the JETFOIL is too expensive for them. That's why they stopped the operation.
I see. Okay. Thank you. Excellent.
Can I ask a question from my side?
Yes.
Is there anybody who involved the Boeing JETFOIL project in 40 years before? Anyone in this audience today? I think, Martin said you were captain of the naval hydrofoil, right?
Is that question for Harry Larson? Who is the question for?
Yeah, for everybody, for all the audience.
I think it might have been for me. I think you're asking if any of us are affiliated with Boeing at this time.
Yes.
Oh my God, I've been away from Boeing for 50 years. Harry, you retired how many years ago? A while ago? You're muted, Harry.
I get a pension.
Oh, you get a pension. Well, that's better than I get. I think that I think Boeing is out of the hydrofoil business, and I dare say is glad to be out of the hydrofoil business. It's not very profitable for them. And I was wondering if there's still any does Kawasaki still have any obligation to Boeing? Is that agreement now terminated or expired? And can Kawasaki do whatever it wants with the JETFOIL, or are you still in communication with Boeing? And is Boeing still involved with you on the your JETFOIL project?
The JETFOIL license agreement expired many years ago. It also had no restrictions on Kawasaki's redesign of the boat.
So these young guys in Japan can do whatever they want.
They can, and their predecessors could as well.
Without checking with us old timers. Well, I'm shocked.
Well, that was the intent of the agreement. We wanted them to be successful, and that meant that they use their skills to make the boat a better one, a better vehicle.
That's a very inspiring message, Harry. I'm sure it's much appreciated in Japan.
Okay, I just want to say thank you to all people. Thank you very much.
We observed their manufacturing at the early stages, and concluded that they were better at aluminum welding than we were, for example.
Have any? Otherwise, I'll show the Alexeyev video, and then we might call it quit.
Oh, well, that would be the Russian video then. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, that's one that's just readily available to give people a flavor of the presentation, but Sergey, unfortunately, isn't yet available.
Well, let's do that, and with the understanding that we so very much appreciate and respect Kawasaki and their role in the hydrofoil business and all that they've done, including their work with us here tonight or today or this morning, wherever they happen to be.
Absolutely. You gentlemen from Japan have been wonderful. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And I might just add, if anyone needs to get in touch with Kawasaki on more questions, it's possible to do that in the first instance through the Hydrofoil Society. We've certainly got contact details for our colleagues that have presented today. So yes, also very much appreciated the update on, a fantastic job to get JETFOILs back up and in production 25 years after the last one. So look, I will launch up the Alexeyev video. I think it's a very nice video that shows what they've been up to. If everyone just bears with me. Again, thanks to Kawasaki, and I'll move over to that slide now.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Come back there.
Okay, so that gives you a flavour of the new generation hydrofoils that are being built in Russia these days.
Well, Martin, should I sign everybody off?
I think, yep.
Okay. It's a pleasure, everyone. Thank you for taking your valuable time and spending it with us. I hope that we justified it. I certainly thought the Japanese presentation was outstanding, worth the time. So we'll see you at the next one. That'll be next Tuesday. Have a good morning, evening, or afternoon, wherever you might be. It's 10 o'clock at night where I am. I'm going to go to bed. Good night, all.
Good night.
Good night. Cheerio.
Cheerio.
Good night.
Good night.